So if I wasn't in advertising, I'd be a newsreader, because that is what I planned to do. So I was trained to be a journalist. I wasn't really training. I did English and law at college, and I also love drama. So I thought, let's combine the two things together, the writing and the performing, and be a newsreader. And then somebody told me about copywriting and the advertising industry, and obviously I changed my mind. My kids, absolutely having children and getting married. That's three things, sorry husband. Getting married, I think getting that first job, being unemployed for a year. When I first left college, it was in the first recession over 20 years ago, and getting that call that I got my first job was absolutely amazing. And the day I was made creative director. We have recently run a campaign to save bees, and it was to save London's bees, and it's with the Greater London Authority and the Mayor's Office, and that was fantastic. We were inspired by the work of Magnus Moore, who did the Dead Fly art. Some of you might have got it on a Friday afternoon about a year ago, and very funny stuff, and we were inspired by that, and we had this beautiful irony where we used dead bees to save live bees, and it was a lot of fun, fantastic client, and we've just found out we've been nominated for 5 awards this week. I think the best bit of advice I was given was that there is always a better idea. So if you've done some great work and you go into your creative director and they blow it out, there will always be another and better idea. So never ever hang your head down and hold on to something forever. Keep moving, be tenacious, and you'll find a better idea. It's the same if clients blow your work out. They're the ones ultimately paying for it. And if they're not going to buy it, they're not going to buy it, but you will always find a better idea. You've just got to work hard. The secret to winning the pitch is absolutely 100% teamwork. So having brilliant planning up front, having obviously great creatives, brilliant account management to help things go smoothly, and having a relationship. We've got the team here, we've got a brilliant relationship, we've known each other for years, and we'll all sit in a room and we'll crack stuff together, and because it's tough, because you can be here to 3 or 4 in the morning and you might not have got to the point you want to be, but if you're part of a team, the power and the strength you get from that is amazing. And I love pitching, I think it's brilliant. Keep the excitement going. People can get tired and just think, no, just keep it going and say, come on, and yeah, keep people's peckers up really. So how's copywriting changed since I've been working? When I first started in the industry about 20 odd years ago, 5 years ago, I should say really, 20 odd years ago, craft skills were everything. Obviously, got to have a brilliant idea to start with, but people luxuriated in the copy and you know, art direction. There was beautiful art direction, the craft was everything. Through, I'd say, the end of the 90s and into the noughties, I think craft skills were pushed aside. It was all about the idea, which should always be about the idea. But we had new teams coming into the industry, people, yeah, we come up with ideas. We don't know who the writer is or the art director. I think we lost out on that. I think some of the skills have gone down, but it's coming back. In the direct marketing industry, those craft skills are still everything, because to get someone who can write 800 words and write them beautifully is an absolute skill, and we still have those people. And I think it's coming back. Certainly here we've got junior teams, and we're training them in those skills. The first thing I'll ask them is about themselves. So what are their interests, what do they do outside of the world, this industry, and I think that makes up the type of creative person they'll be, and you can normally see people's personalities in their work. I normally test people to make sure they have a sense of humour, because I won't work with people who don't have a sense of humour. I'll ask them what their favourite piece of work is. It might not be the best piece of work in their portfolio, but it just gives you a sense of what they think is great. Biggest cliches in student portfolios in particular are charity campaigns, because they know they're emotional and they're actually quite easy. I say they're easy, nothing's easy. They're quite easy, and also made up products. So sometimes see things about indestructible socks and think, oh, you're instantly giving the product a unique selling proposition. What's really impressive is if a creative team find a product that's really hard to sell. I mean, cars are really hard to sell, so someone who's got a fantastic car campaign will definitely impress. Lots of people have influenced me in my career. I've worked with some really, really wonderful people. Peter West was head of copy here, and he taught me how to give feedback in a really positive way and make people feel fantastic even if you're telling them that their work isn't right. But Lisa Thomas, who is CEO of the M&C Saatchi Group, is absolutely phenomenal, and just watching her and the way she conducts herself, and how even though she's CEO of M&C Saatchi Group, she knows every single person's name, and Mel Cruikshank as well, who is our CEO here, two fantastic role models who are women, who've both got families, who've worked really, really hard, who care and are really smart. A wonderful moment in my career was, it came with a really awful moment actually at the same time. I'd written a commercial for Cart Door Ice Cream, and it'd been bought by the client, and we shot it, and then I was made redundant from the agency. Not saying their names, but doing that. And the ad did really well, and I got a call from a journalist saying that Alan Bennett had written in his diaries about my piece of work, saying that he thought it was a stroke of genius. And for someone like Alan Bennett to praise your work is pretty good, so I have to say I wet myself. I didn't wet myself. I nearly wet myself. It was a fantastic moment. So with the lows of being made redundant, by that time as well I got another job, and it's the best thing that happened to me, and but that was wonderful. Okay, the worst question anyone can ask me in an interview is, what's your favourite ad of all time? Just because there's so much brilliant work, it's hard. It's like saying what's your favourite music track. Work really hard. Use what God gave us, and I don't mean our bodies, I mean our intuition, because I think that's what makes us stand out from guys. We have such brilliant intuition, and also we bring a lot of insight to our work. So use that, trust your intuition, be brave, don't let anybody, there are a lot of strong personalities in the industry, and you've got to push through. But I think hard work, confidence, and using your intuition.